All right, y'all, I'm going to talk to you about how to use Share a Cart. So this is the way that you're going to send um, enrollments to your new customers and coaches. So the first thing you need to do is go to shareacart.teambeachbody.com. You can also use this on your phone as well. And you'll go click sign in right over here and put in your email that you have for your coach account. Sign in. And the first thing that you're going to need for your new client is their email address, their first and last name, of course, what country they're in, and what language they speak. So we'll just do a test one for right now. But the first thing I want to do is talk to you guys about the difference between customer and coach. So when you're first starting out, it's really important that you make sure you talk to your coach about the importance of signing up your spouse, if you have one, right away, purely for income reasons. There's a couple different resources we can send you to do that. And I recommend enrolling them as a coach so you get Success Club points right off the bat, and you are maximizing your income as you continue to build your team. The other thing is I actually enroll most of my clients because they're here for a long-term healthy lifestyle as coaches. It does not mean they need to run the business. It's basically offering them a Costco discount of 25% off from the very beginning. So it is silly not to share with your friends an extra discount, right? So I'm going to go through, it doesn't really matter which one you select. You'll still get the same options, except for when they check out, they will see coach enrollment on there. So even if they want to be a discount coach and just get the discount, it's totally cool. But I always share it as a Costco experience, and they have the option to offset their costs if their friends are seeing them get great results, which they obviously will be, and they want to sign up, they can offset their costs and benefit from having their friends join our team as well. So we'll do coach enrollment and we'll click continue down here. And so it's really important to go through the health assessment in the team scripts. So I personally like to make sure I'm asking a lot of questions before I even get to share a cart. It's very typical for people to come to you and say, hey, I want Beachbody On Demand, sign me up. What do I need to do? How much does it cost? And I always like to remind y'all, especially as new coaches, to go back to your prospect and say, hey, I'd love to share more about my next accountability group. Do you mind me asking a few questions about your goals? What's working well for you and what's not working so well for you health and fitness wise? Because honestly, you'd be doing them a disservice by just sending them Beachbody On Demand if you didn't know what they actually needed, if you didn't dive into what their nutrition is and what their energy levels are and what their digestion is. And at least you can know you've asked all the questions as a coach and given your best recommendation that's honestly a better deal than just offering up BOD. So I always say challenge packs are the way to go. And not only that, but there's so many different add-ons you guys can do. So say there's a fitness program that's in VIP access right now as a test group. Currently 10 rounds is for us. And so when you go to fitness programs and you click 10 rounds, you're going to see there's a bunch of different options here for challenge packs. So they basically get the program for free with a year of Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology or the performance line. Now you'll see on here, there's a bunch of different options. There's deluxe options, so they can get the performance line and Shakeology together at a way better deal than adding it on. And then also if they want to do a mega pack and add on a 3-day refresh, that's a really great option. But you don't know those things unless you really dive deep into all of the questions that are in our health assessment form. So I highly recommend all new coaches going through my video for the health assessment, setting it up on Google Forms simply for yourself, and making sure the person that you're working with fills that out first, so that when you come to share a cart, you know exactly what to build that cart around and use that as a starting point to then talk through with them why you added each item. So I'm pretty much never doing Beachbody On Demand alone. I'm always doing a challenge pack and typically adding on items to that. I mean, our team loves Glow Juice, AKA Energize. So that's pretty much a staple. And I know I've been on Shakeology for almost 6 years. It's the reason I haven't been sick. To me, you're not going to get results if you don't have the tools in your toolbox to be successful. So don't do your clients a disservice. Make sure you ask the questions before you ever get to share a cart. Remember that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So ask tell a few things about your story and always end with a question and keep that conversation going and use that health assessment to your advantage. So let's say we're going to click the deluxe challenge pack. So they want performance line and Shakeology. And so you're going to get the promo price here because it's on sale. So they're saving even more. They're saving $20 off. And it'll break down, look, save over $200 here. So I'm going to go through, and you need to know what flavors they want. And again, this goes back to set up that Google form for a health assessment that you can send to anybody who's interested, because it'll make Share a Cart such a breeze for you. Because in that, I ask what flavors they'd like. So you can pick a single or combo flavor. I do like to do combo flavors for new clients because typically they're not going to be in the routine of drinking Shakeology every day, or they might need to build up to it. So if you've been eating pizza and burgers for the past 2 months, when you add Shakeology into your diet, it might take some time for you to get used to that because you're not used to the dense nutrition and superfoods. So sometimes clients have to start with half a scoop. Totally cool, but that's why I usually start with the combo pack so that they're never running behind. It's not like they have a huge amount of Shakeology where the next month they don't want to continue on. So that's just a little tip. Let's say you want to know if they want to have vegan or regular flavors. So we'll just click the barista combo. And I always do the monthly subscription for these things because it's silly for them to pay more shipping, and they can always adjust their orders very easily on teambeachbody.com or chat in the chat feature. So I always do the monthly subscription for whatever I send from Share a Cart. And then let's say Energize, mixed berry, because it's brand new, yay. Again, typically for a new client, I'm going to send the smaller amount of servings because I want to make sure that they like it and then they get in the routine of using it. Recover comes in the 20 servings tub. So I typically just send the tub, and right now it's out. So we'll click the serving packets and we'll say add to cart. So it's been added. And then if you want to add other things, like say they are interested in collagen or the 3-day refresh, you can go back up top here. We'll go back and we can go to nutrition programs. So this is another thing. You need to make sure, again, in that form, it's really simple for y'all to copy the same questions that I ask in my form. And it asks on there, do they want something that's more flexible or more structured with nutrition? So the structure is obviously Ultimate Portion Fix, and the more flexibility is 2B Mindset. So this is something else that I'm adding on pretty regularly with my challenge packs. And when it loads, I will show you the option I typically do. So for coaches, they have the option to do the certification. Obviously, if they're just a client, they're probably not going to be doing that. So I'll just go to the Ultimate Portion Fix kit. And unless they specifically ask for the printed materials, I'm probably going to do the digital streaming, so they'll get it on BOD, and then we'll add that to the cart. And so that's added, and you can see at the top there's 2 things. And so then maybe let's just say they want something else. So there's tons of gear here. There's obviously apparel. Let's add on some. Okay, here's a quick tip that you might not know. You need to make sure when you send your challenge pack, most of them don't come with the portion control containers anymore. So if you go all the way to the last page, page number 5, this is something else really simple. And when you're doing these add-ons, this is why the coach price, the 25% off, is key, because the challenge pack's already really discounted, and anything else you add on is always at a discount for those coach enrollments. So that Costco membership is really paying off when they are serious about getting results. So we'll go to the cart, and we can see we have our portion control containers at a discount. We have this digital streaming Ultimate Portion Fix at a way discount. I mean, goodness, that's a steal. And we have this Shakeology Deluxe 10 rounds challenge pack in here. And then they'll also get access to this business starter kit, which they just get an email from corporate. So a fun thing that you can do here is customize this email. And I actually take all of this off. And again, if you go in the team scripts, there's examples of what I typically send. But this is where I'm going to break down this. Hey, so excited to add you to our team. I wanted to go over everything I added to your cart. And again, you can type this out and make it pretty simple and typical for each thing, but it personalizes it, right? Like give them the Disney experience, make them feel like it's not a copy paste email. And you can go through each item, and I'll usually list like, I added a month, this is what you get access to, a year's worth of Beachbody On Demand, which will include all of your workouts, recipes, meal plans, cooking show, and then you can go through like the monthly accountability group. You can go through a month's worth of Shakeology. You can go through the month's worth of performance line. So you're breaking down and showing them the value of everything you put in here, and then always tying it back to what they said they wanted in that form, what their goals were, what they're struggling with, and you can click save. So when you click send email, obviously this email doesn't exist, so it's not going to be a real thing and it might not send. But when you go to the next screen and it clicks send, you will get an option to copy the link. And so I don't just wait for somebody to get their email. I'm going to say copy to clipboard, and I'll send them the link, and then I will video message them. Yes, video message them, because I want them to hear my energy and enthusiasm. And I'm going to say, hey, so excited to get you started. Thank you so much for filling out my form. I wanted to set up a cart for you that's going to be my best recommendation based on your goals. It's totally a starting point. I added in everything that I thought would really work well for you on your journey. We can talk through each item, see what works for you, see what might not work so well for you, and then we can get you set up and moving from there. And another thing I like to do is like the link is only valid for the next 24 hours. So let me know what questions you have. When's a good time to connect? You always want to create a deadline for people, because if you just let it sit forever, they're probably never going to fill it out. So you want to make it really clear that this is a starting point. This is based on the goals that they told you, and this is why you made these recommendations, and breaking down the value of what they're getting. So people should have questions. It means they care. And a really great way to is just like get on the phone with them or voice message them back questions and answers so that they can feel really good about starting their journey. So that is Share a Cart. It's really super duper simple. And you can also go to your cart status and see who's sent and viewed and purchased, and you can track all of your things there. So that is Share a Cart. It's a really great tool, guys, and get to loving it and do it on your phone, because that is also very easy and handy. All right, y'all, happy serving.